Welcome to episode 2 of the Garden Diaries, a series crafted with the intent to celebrate and share my adoration for nature alongside the development of my dream cottage garden in the American Midwest. If you haven't visited my channel before, my name is Emily. I was the little girl who would climb every tree that she could get her hands on, best being my grandmother's gigantic mango tree in her backyard. The girl who picked up stray bumblebees that I worried might be injured, and who brought home an abandoned baby bird that had once fallen from its nest, spotted while I was on a neighborhood bike ride. That adventurous little girl still lives within me, although admittedly a bit more concerned with avoiding injuries as I've aged. What hasn't changed a bit, however, is my fondness for wildlife and the natural world. I'm still concerned for the bumblebees and the birds, and I still appreciate the trees, admiring them now at a distance with my 2 feet safely on the ground. When the opportunity to purchase this property arrived, I had minimal hands-on gardening experience, but had always been passionate about the environment and the local food economy, buying from and supporting local farmers when I could. I knew that this was my chance to make my dream a reality, to learn and grow with the land, to build the sanctuary that little me had always dreamed of. In a serendipitous way, I feel that this house chose us. I feel a sense of deep belonging here in a way that I have only felt and experienced when immersed in nature. The herds of deer that wander through and graze daily, the rabbits that leap from the hedgerows, and even the chipmunks that scurry about make me feel welcome. Although it's a little late in the season to be harvesting rhubarb, I have had a strong desire to bake a rhubarb pie after my mom recently shared with me that she used to enjoy rhubarb pie in her childhood. This desire was further amplified by the fresh rhubarb I saw for sale and purchased at the market this past weekend. My rhubarb plant is only a couple of years old. Therefore, I have not harvested any of it yet in order to give it the opportunity to fully mature. Today, however, for the first time, I am going to harvest 2 small pieces from the plant for my pie. While I will not have enough to make a full pie, and I will have to supplement with the store-bought rhubarb, knowing that a small portion of the rhubarb used will be from my garden feels quite special. Rhubarb is a perennial crop so far that has required very little effort for me to grow that does well in my climate. Although it is technically a vegetable, its sweet flavor makes it lovely for use in desserts. Interestingly, I saw an article recently in the National Library of Medicine indicating that rhubarb possesses anti-inflammatory properties and may also support the digestive system. It is also rich in dietary fiber, antioxidants, and vitamin K. I have read, however, that it has high levels of oxalic acid, so it might be best to avoid it if you are prone to kidney stones. For me personally, I will be enjoying rhubarb seasonally in moderation, and I'm looking forward to growing more of it in the future. It's a new day, and after many hours of heavy rainfall, the sun has returned, allowing me to venture into my greenhouse to tend to a couple of new plant additions. I have picked up an ivy plant from a local nursery that I am hoping will settle nicely into its new home in my greenhouse. I am transferring it into an Italian terracotta pot by one of my favorite makers, Siebert and Rice. This plant is a bit larger than I anticipated, so I will likely want to repot it again soon to keep it healthy. This peppy, flittering creature that slightly resembles a miniature lobster with wings that's enjoying my newly added blue globe thistle is a hummingbird clearwing moth. This cheerful little guy is an important pollinator and belongs to the sphinx moth family. They use their long proboscis, which acts as a straw, to drink nectar. As they do so, pollen grains attach to the head and face of the insect, resulting in their transfer to other flowers. Thank you, as always, for watching this episode of the Garden Diaries, and please take care.